Hello everyone, welcome back to my Hades 2 playthroughs. This is video number 11, night number 12. And last night was a big one, another big one. Things continue to heat up. We defeated Kronos for the second time, this time laboring under the effects of the Oath of the Unseen, about which we learned, and I talked about it at great length. We had a single vow activated and managed to complete our testament, or our bounty, to defeat Hecate with the witch's staff and collected one nightmare for our efforts. And defeated Kronos, spoke to Zagreus a second time, through time, and then were deposited back in the Crossroads, where another big development awaited us. We removed what was hopefully the final barrier toward free and open exploration of the surface by reciting the incantation that removes, or rather uh, mitigates, I guess, lessens the effect of the chthonic blood curse afflicting Melinoë and her brother and all of her family. That should allow us to maneuver up on the surface. Very good. So we're going to continue and do that today. But there's actually one thing more, in addition to reminding you to please share and subscribe and like. One thing I didn't get to in the last video because I forgot. Another development is that we recited an incantation to enable us to gain animal familiars. And it gave us right here in indulgences these witches' delights that we can use to that purpose. And I totally forgot to go back up and check Freenos, see if we can do anything with that. So let's go ahead and do that. Maybe this will, well, the game wants me to. Maybe this will go nowhere. Maybe I need another night to elapse before I can do anything, but we'll see. Aha, we have a new command to bond. All right, let's try that out. So basically giving a gift to Freenos.
I got you something. This is a very special treat, Freenos. It means you'll be protected when you're with me, and you can protect me in turn.
Okay. Woo.
Meet me in the training grounds.
All right. Another new subsystem opened up. Familiars. Okay, let's check out the entry. Okay, a new tab here. Familiars. Freenos. An amphibious familiar with whom you bonded early on. Okay, so I gotta say more about this. Okay, how did they know this? Is this being written in the future? Is that how do I have it now? Or early on? How does the game know it's early on? How does the writer of this know? Very interesting. Anyway, Freenos is content to ensure your meager residence is free of insects. How many of your secrets have you told this one? More than to any other creature, perhaps. All right. So let's go back on down. Freenos said, or Melinoë told Freenos to meet her in the training grounds. Let's check that out.
Freenos, you're here.
She sounds surprised. Okay, so I can greet him. I think it's a him, or invite. Let's greet first. Okay. All right, nice little pats. That's a large frog, by the way. Okay, let's invite Freenos to join us.
Let's go, Freenos.
Okay, very cool. Press B for familiar info. Let's check it out. Aha, we see Freenos sitting right here under the icon for our weapon. Freenos hops about, absorbing foes' ranged shots that might have struck you instead. Gives you a bonus of 10 to your max life, so that's a passive benefit, and a plus 20% chance of finding the lost shades whom you need to compel, and from whom you gain psyche. Very nice. Amphibious creatures, by their nature, are of two worlds. She always felt a connection there. Oh, okay, it's Freenos a she. Not that it matters, but all right, nice. Okay, so this is great. Freenos will hop about rather randomly. It's hard to control him, her, it, and if they happen to be between a ranged strike and Melinoë, boom, it gets absorbed by the frog, who takes no damage. Do not worry, and also gives me some extra max life and a better chance of getting psyche. Very, very good. This is nice. So Freenos will accompany me. Um, Oh, that's new. Cool. They changed this to a lily pad instead of just the featureless circle. That's cute. I like that. I like that change. So Freenos will hop around, making cute noises, and you can basically take Freenos with you on every single run. Pretty awesome. Or maybe there will be other familiars from whom to choose. So this is one change. By the way, let me pause and say two things. This is a very rare occurrence when I'm able to record some gameplay during the day, late morning, as it turns out. Almost all, like 98% of my recording and my playing occur between midnight and 2 a.m. And so this is a daytime recording. I can speak a little more loudly, not that I can't adjust that in audio editing. And hopefully my voice will have a little more dynamism to it. No need to avoid waking the baby. My wife and the baby are out with a friend for a little while. On the downside, though, my voice is starting to go away even further. Maybe you can hear it. I've got a little bit of that low growl going on. After a week, it's the weekend now. After a week of training teachers, teaching lessons, and now recording these videos at night, it's taking its toll. I'm the kind of guy who is first to lose his voice at a party with loud noise going on. So I'm sitting here drinking tea with lemon and honey, trying to combat that. Forgive any slurping noises you might hear. Okay, so to continue, we've got Phrynos now. We are going to use the Argent Skull for the first time, and it has Grave Thirst. All right, let's equip it. This is Revol.
Revol.
Okay. I don't actually know if that's a reference to anything. I could, of course, I could do a little research and dig into it, but I kind of prefer to just use what I know and take you all through it as I play. I don't know if Raval is a character from Greek mythology, or anything at all. So yeah, if you happen to know, please tell me so in the in the comments. I'd love to hear information and backstory on this Raval character. Anyway, we are carrying this skull floating in our hands. Here is the attack. Oh, and you see there are four ammunition shells down here. It can attack like this. Okay. Oh, all right. I think they reduced the speed of it a bit. Yeah, back to what it used to be a few iterations ago. Okay, so you can toss one, 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 one. There's no combo attack on that. And then you have to go pick up the shells. They're just lying there. After time, they will return to you. All right. So you basically get a nice kind of gun effect in a way. You can toss them pretty rapidly. The Omega attack is this. Hold it down, charges up to 10. You can hold it and aim and then release. Yeah, it's a bit of a delayed effect, so you have to time it a little bit, but it's a nice large area of effect there for a big explosion that does 150 damage. Okay, cool. Here's the special. Yeah, you just kind of you hold the skull in front of you, and yeah, boom, there it goes. And you kind of charge forward with it, doing damage. A fair amount of damage. The regular attack does 40. The charge in this way does 45. But obviously, this takes you right into the thick of things. And it's kind of hard to control exactly where you're going to end up. So it's a little risky in that way. Not my favorite move. The Omega special charges it up. Big old arrow. You get to aim it, release it, and watch this. Okay, you toss yourself forward again, but now you're shooting arrows of energy off to the sides as you go. Okay, and you can actually steer and move around while you go. Or at least you used to be able to. It doesn't seem like it's working right now. Maybe you can't. Okay. And you'll see that little protective barrier around Melinoë as she goes. And look, she transforms into a skull here. Interesting. I think that's new as well. So the protective barrier, I don't know if it shields you from all damage or just reduces the damage, but it mitigates a little of the danger of throwing yourself forward that way. Okay, I like Raval. I like the skull fairly well. I mainly use its normal attacks and Omegas. I don't do much with the special. Okay, so there are the game mechanics on that. Of course, there's a sprint and there's the cast and the Omega cast. Just trying to clear this stuff right here. Come on, let's get this. There we go. Cool. All right, now let us consider our Arcana card options and whatnot, because we saved that for this time, as always.
Strength and wisdom of my predecessors.
Yep. I've got 21 of 22 grasp. Oh, I'm very close to getting what I just need 19 more. All right, let's run up to the broker and get a little more psyche. I need 19 psyche. Okay, I got plenty of bones. 5, 10, 15, 20. Great. I'll probably come back up and get some moon dust as well, but one thing at a time. All right. Let's raise our grasp up to 23.
I see it now.
I would need 170 to improve it further. So I have an additional 2 points to play with, but there's still one card we haven't opened up here. Let's buy one of the adjacent ones. 35 ash out of my 62. 35. This one I can't open up yet. I need a golden apple. And of these two, this is one I might actually use. In fact, quite like using. So let's go ahead and spend the ash here.
The champions.
Okay, and opened up our final Arcana card, Strength. Okay, not one that I like that much. All right. So let's see. I can fit 2 more in, and if I want to re-strategize here, I would love to add this. And when I'm able, if I figure out how to do it, I'll talk through what this benefit is, what this little +1 die icon is that you also see here and here. But and let's see if I can make it work first. Not such a great fan of this. That would give me 3 points to play with. That would get me this, but not enough to get this, which I prefer. I could get that with 3, but I'm not a big fan of it. I could get that, but I'm not a big fan of it. Let's talk through both, just to cover the gameplay. This is the Artificer. You have 1 chance this night to turn any minor find into a random major find. Okay, that means any minor find like coins or ashes or bones can be transformed. You just use it into use the ability. It gives you a prompt to turn it into a major find. Okay, like a boon, a hammer. What else qualifies? I think the Path of Stars. So okay, that's not bad, but just a single time per night. I'm not going to worry about that right now. This one, the lovers. Oh, and by the way, this is image of. Well, we'll read the flavor text when we finally use them. And by the way, we will use all of these at some point because there is a minor prophecy on the fated list that says that I shall do so. Not going to worry about it for my first ever run to the surface, no, but pretty soon I will, because I want to get as far as I can to show everyone what's going on the surface. But after that, I will start messing around with the stuff I don't like for the reasons I said in the previous video, to get it out of the way, checked off the list, while the fear is at a relatively low level. But I will I will read more when I've got the flavor text when I actually choose to run with it. This is one. Okay, the lovers. You take 0 damage the first time you're hit in each guardian encounter. So if you make it all the way, that's a total of 4 hits it absorbs for an entire 3 grasp and an Arcana card. Now I'm not really feeling that. So I could, of course, add this one, which we haven't talked about. 9, without needing to sacrifice anything else. This is Knight. You have plus 9% chance to deal critical damage with each move in an Omega combo. So this opens up the ability to use Omega combos, which basically, if you alternate between Omega attacks, you get this combo benefit and you start dealing more damage. Kind of nice, but I tend to favor one Omega over the other in most weapons, so I don't often choose this one, and I'm not going to do so now. All right, so I really would like to get this 4, but that means I would need to remove 2 1s or a 2. What 2s do I have? More damage in casts, right? Greater health and all that. That's a biggie. Okay. I think we're not going to avail ourselves of this yet. We are going to wait until we expand our grasp further. I guess I could buy the Psyche. I didn't do the math, but I'm not going to spend all my bones on that. And then, once I have another grasp free, I will sacrifice this and then pick up that. So, not going to do it now, but I do still have 2 to play with. I could add a 1. I could add a 2. Or I could get rid of this and add a 3, which I already talked about. I don't really like those. Let's all right, let's just add this. Why not? The messenger. So casts will momentarily make me impervious. I didn't really notice that happening that much in the pre-release versions. Maybe I wasn't paying attention. I don't know. After you cast, you momentarily move 50% faster. All good things, and costs 20 ash. I haven't even unlocked it yet. So let's unlock it and go ahead and use it right now. I could use this. Nah, let's go with this.
The messenger.
Okay. With incomparable swiftness can he travel from the highest peaks to the lowest depths. We should recognize this as Hermes. Okay, so I still have one grasp unused, but that's okay. That's okay. This is what we're going to run with now. Now, in terms of moon dust, perhaps we should. Sorry, one more decision to be made. The big choice between which of these fives to use. Um, I am still going to use this because I anticipate using a lot of the special attack. So I'm going to want that. I'm going to want that magic regenerating. Okay. Though I am tempted. I am tempted because I'm going to, as we've seen, it is possible to get boons or chaos effects that permit regeneration. So it's not like everything hinges on that. Whereas this, okay, you know what? Let's give that a try. We're going to deactivate this, activate this, and now we'll have the opportunity to do a lot more damage to foes if I can keep 2 curses up on them at once. Let's try that out. But that means I'm going to suddenly prioritize magic regeneration boons because I'm going to be hoping to use a lot of Omega attacks, keep my hexes up, all that. So really requires a lot of magic. So taking a little bit of a gamble. Still not certain if it's the way to go, but let us try it out. And now let's go up and see what kind of moon dust we can afford to further empower these cards. Right, each one costs 80. Let's buy a few. Let's get 6. Okay, see what we can do with 6. I'll choose something to empower.
Ashes of the past. Let me
Yeah.
see.
Tempted to do this one right off the bat because I just activated. That would raise the bonus from 25 to 38. Pretty nice. That one's okay. Okay. That would be only 2. Only 2. Not using it. Not using it. Not using it. Not using that. Okay. So I think all right, let's just lean into this. I've gone ahead and gotten it. Let's in for a penny, in for a pound, as they say. Let's go ahead and use 5 moon dust to raise the bonus from keeping 2 curses up on enemies.
Wisdom of the past.
Okay, and I would need a shadow. Oof, to need to concoct that first, and 10 moon dust to raise that further. All right, all that remains is the keepsakes. And I am yet again going to do the smart thing, going to really try to use keepsakes that benefit my run because this is the first time to the surface and I want to do as well as I can. Although if I should reach the final boss, I'm not yet decided if I want to defeat them or not, because I kind of want you to be able to see the dialogues that result from losing. That's kind of fun. So I might do that, but regardless, I still need to get there in the first place. So I'm going to do what I did before, choose this, then situationally what's going to benefit me, and then my second and third and whatnot, I will try to mess around a little bit with to raise the ones that I would not be raising otherwise.
Excellent.
All right, I think that covers it. Gear up, folks. We are going somewhere new and for real. Oh, sorry. One more thing.
My will be done.
Ooh, I think that was the voice of
What was
Nyx.
that?
Voice of Nyx. We haven't heard her speak in this game. So there are no testaments listed for the surface. You see, these are all 3 underworlders. So there's no reason to have any night going, or any fear going, rather. So I'm going to uncheck this, return to 0, and there's no reason to have fear going on when there's no testament to be earned. So back to 0 on this. Okay, now we're free to go up. Here we go, our first real look at the surface.
Deep breath. My curse. I feel all right.
Yay, it worked. Cool. All right. So here we are, crumbling outbuildings. From the Transcendent Embryo, we gained Transcendent Revival. That's the same one we got the second time in the previous run. Restores an additional 3 health per location. Very good. Okay. Okay. So we got Phrynos with us. Oh, and we're going to start right up with the hammer. Let's see how Revolve can be upgraded. Okay, after you use a dash or a special, your attacks are faster and have plus 15 power. Doesn't say for how long. Specials have plus 30 power, and you take minus 30% damage while using them. That's nice. So I guess you're not immune to damage with that little protective aura. This one, your attacks gain plus 50% damage and blast size over 0.7 seconds before they explode. I like this. I'm going to be using the attacks more than anything else. So if I toss them from far away, they gradually grow in size and explode. Okay, let's get Looming Ignition.
Did this skull just smile?
So we got some birds here. Okay. I'm still in the position of wanting to have my magic below 100%, so I'm going to use at least one of those. I can't be completely free and easy with my omegas, though, because I'm not regenerating anymore. So zombies, some birds, we see wells, urns. Recall that some of these urns will now contain gold because of one of the other incantations we recited. Let's check out things.
Have to get out of this damned city. From the docks, I can find a ship to cross the rift.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Should be able to
Okay.
reach Olympus from there.
Okay, so we got a city that we need to get out of, then docks, then a rift, then Olympus. Okay. Cool. By the way, I said I need to check out things. That's because I hadn't thought through what I was going to say. It's funny in language how we can't use general nouns or pronouns in that way. We can say check out the city, check out the map, check out the scene, but not check out it. We have to put a pronoun or a general noun between the two words in the phrasal verb. So sorry for my poor grammar. Apologies. Right here, examine.
The light of the moon is all that now illuminates the surface, where the dead have risen, and Olympus teeters on the brink of doom.
Okay, so the dead have risen on the surface. Because where are they going to go? The underworld's just a madhouse right now. The gates have been thrown open. There's no reason for them to stay. I guess that means souls can return to their bodies and rise again.
Damn you, Kronos.
Got a little Kronos flag here. Does that mean this is an occupied city? Okay, what have we got here?
Always use more.
More moss. Okay, very good. And looks like we're going to be greeted with Seleni's Hex. That's an excellent start. Although I prefer a boon start. That's for reasons I've said before. These zombies are slow. They have a big wind-up. They do a fair amount of damage, but they're pretty easy to avoid. And they fall down after you hit them, so...
This is for you.
Okay.
I feel you closer to my light. You suppress that fate-wrought curse that binds you to your realm. I was uncertain such a thing was possible. Yet you surprise me fairly often, little star.
Right on. Okay, I like these two. I kind of like this more, to be very honest. I like being impervious to damage. I do. That's a cool thing. But I think this one has greater potential. Plus, it does have the full moon glow, so I'm going to give the slight nod to the phase shift ability that we used last time.
Time can be controlled.
Okay, so now we can enter the city.
Ephyra's main square.
City of Ephyra, marked with an I up here. Okay, Ephyra, if I recall, Ephyra was the ancient name, or an ancient name of Corinth, and it doesn't have special significance to the plot, to Hades and stuff, although they add some for the game's version of the mythology. I do believe there was I remember I was reading up on things months and months ago, and remember reading that there is another city, that ancient Greek city by the name of Ephyra. That was its old name. So this reference could be to that city or the much more famous Corinth. And I think it actually is Corinth for reasons I'm not going to say yet. Corinth is of great significance to an NPC that we may meet soon. Okay, so I have the ability to check, but I can't use it. Need an incantation, so I don't know what that is. We're in a main square. There's a pool. I'm not hurt, so there's no need to restore anything. Big old stat. This looks like Hades. The Trident, the Cerberus, okay. Why would that be permitted in a city controlled by Kronos? And
Some
this...
sort of barrier.
some sort of barrier forth here. There's a flag to Kronos, or a standard of Kronos. Let's examine it.
The pathway to the docks is sealed shut by a phantasmal force that neither mortal nor immortal strength can budge.
It's drawing strength from shades.
Oh, that's awful. See these little containers? These are little souls trapped within that must be empowering this ward. I can't
It's drawing strength from somewhere nearby.
go by yet, but we now know that the docks lie beyond this. So, lots of places to go. Okay. We got a couple of sigils marked here. More sigils. Hearts. Okay. More. Magic. More sigils. More sigils. Okay, so what's going on here, folks, is that there are lots of buildings and courtyards and things you can enter from this main square. And you see there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pylons, 6 containers. They match 6 pylons erected in 6 of the rooms. And you have to destroy them all before you can go through, which means you have to choose 6 of the options available here, and no more. Unlike the Satyr tunnels at the end of in the Temple of Styx at the end of the first game, you cannot choose to explore more. Once you get the 6th room, the others become grayed out and inaccessible. So you have to kind of plot and see which boons, which things you want to get here. I definitely want Hestia's. Okay. Okay. I quite like getting a double heart. I know hearts tend to be the low thing on the totem pole, but a double heart, I like it. I don't know, so sue me. Hermes, good, want that, so that's 3. Hermes, double heart, Hestia, 3 of the 6. Poseidon will be 4. Ugh, Hephaestus, no. Poseidon 4, 2 more. I could go Apollo. Boy, they really want a lot of Hephaestus here. Apollo could be 1. Alright, I guess I'm going to have to get 1 Hephaestus. But that's actually not a bad thing. Remember, I'm running with the Arcana card that needs multiple boons up on enemies, multiple curses on enemies, so I need to diversify my Olympian boons. So, the first one to get, the best idea is either Hermes or Poseidon, because these two, as you've seen, can give boons that increase the amount of gold, or double the chance of finding nice things, or increase the amount of minor rewards you get. So the earlier you get it, the greater the chance that you might be able to use it in some of the subsequent rooms. And I'm gonna go with Poseidon first, on the off chance that I might get the Sea-Star boon that gives a chance at finding double copies of certain rewards. So, here we go. Into our first room in Ephyra. Yeah, I've got these little skulking things. These weapon out of shells. These are like little thieves or undead shades that look like murderers. Okay. More of them, some zombies. Okay, release the shades from the pylon. They rush around and attack enemies. This is pretty confined space. I had hoped to wait and talk about that afterward, but I did take off that curse, right? Or that vow. I don't know why there's so many of them here. These birds are annoying. They lunge forward, and they can be a bit unpredictable. Let's use use my hex. Why not? Oh,
Got them, Phrynos.
it was more challenging than I thought it would be. So Phrynos, again, benefiting from that plus 10 health, and what else? Yeah, and the additional chance to find resources. Okay, so what happened there? It was the pylon was there with a bunch of shades trapped within. You can damage it and destroy it like any enemy. Once freed, it brings down one of the pylons in the main square. And also the shades within suddenly rush out and kind of charge your enemies and do damage. So you can strategize when you want to break down that pylon and release the shades.
These strange things have happened since the other night. Good things if you're not one of our enemies. We think perhaps you cuddled Kronos down to size, but he just grows right back, as I recall.
Okay. Alright, no such luck. And okay, yeah, I'll get this. It's only normal strength, but this is also nice. I would like to get something better with my attack, in fact. So let's well, what else have I got here? I've got Hestia. That's really no better. Okay, let's just go ahead and get this. That's fine.
Should
Okay.
head to the main square.
So I could head back, or two doors just opened up, little side chambers. Wonder what's in there, but first I think this is some bronze to collect. Yep, so these are optional rooms, but they have their own little rewards, so let's definitely get them. These are small rooms with small collections of enemies. This is actually a fairly large number, but they won't be coming back. Okay. And there's a reward for these small rooms, but it tends to be just a minor. You're not going to find a boon or anything in here. The coin is very welcome. So you can see just little buildings. There are little shades hanging around, urns, wood, fish. I guess this was a fishing village. Yeah, the docks are right next to it, so it was a fishing village. All right, go out. Check the second side chamber. Bronze beaks, that's what those are called. Okay. Oh, nice. This is nothing minor about that. I mean, technically it is, but very welcome. So get wave strike up to level 2.
There we go.
Scroll chamber. Okay, lots of paper going on here. Okay. So now back out into the main square again, out through this glowy area.
Part of the barrier is down. Must have been that pylon I destroyed. So what? 5 more to go.
Exactly. 5 more to go. Okay, so the one of these is down. Oh, this one. This one is now empty. So let's get the Hermes boon now for the same reason we chose Poseidon first. Okay, this is a wider area. Those cutthroats can fade into darkness, and they're invisible and immune to damage when they fade. Lots of fire on the ground. These barrels explode, so a lot of environmental hazards to be aware of. Here's the pylon. I'll show you now more deliberately what happens when I destroy it. There are the shades. Oh, go get them! Yeah! Okay.
The messenger.
And that actually finished the chamber. Finished the room. Okay, Hermes.
That's great. Hex says you even got your underworld blood curse sorted, so you're ready for a bit of a long distance run. Just watch for bumps along the way, but let's speed you past them if we can.
Alright, not one of the ones I had hoped for a long term. This would help, but I'm not wildly enthusiastic about this one. I quite like this one. Sprinting faster is always good, and one barrier that ignores damage once per room while you're sprinting. So let's get that one. As you can see, there's my barrier. My sprint is faster. No side chambers opened up this time. Too bad. Back out. That's 2 pylons down. The game tells you how many remain to go. Let's do Hestia next. Oh, these big lumbering barrel throwers.
Hold still in their shade.
Those barrels, they explode if they roll along the ground and explode. So, shades. So fairly easy to avoid, but if you got a bunch of them targeting you at once, it can be a little bit of a handful. Might as well show you the special a little bit. Why not? So this one has the added, this weapon has the added requirement of managing the shells that you drop. So you have to be a little more, have a little more situational awareness, move around more, not just for defensive purposes, but to regain your offensive ability. If you wait long enough, of course, they will come back to you, but that's just asking to be damaged. Okay. Learned something new. Bronze beaks. North they soared, night after night, far from their homes in Lake Stymphalis. I hope I'm saying that right. They somehow knew a veritable feast of flesh awaited them. So gorged upon the dead have they become that they themselves are not so much alive any longer. Okay, so this is surface threats. A new tab has opened up. Great. Okay, so you won't be able to see if any new side chambers open up until you collect the reward.
Look at you, hot stuff. You made it to the surface after all. I figured that you might. It's maybe even colder here than down below, but that, at least, we can fix right away, I think.
Alright. I'm not using specials at all. So I don't really care for this one that much, but these two are going to be basically wasted. So, alright, let's get some free explosions that can help in rooms with lots of enemies.
Yes.
Not crazy about that boon at all. Okay, we got one chamber opened up here. Okay, we got some ash.
Ashes.
And what's going to be here? I think that was garlic? No, this is a new one. Okay. Oh, this one is garlic, but it's new to us. Okay, they grow in 5 wiles into pungent bulbs. The clove that took root in bloodied surface soil forms a potent, death-defying plant. Nice. Okay. Fish, fish, fish everywhere. Back out to the main room, and then back further out to the main square. I haven't seen any urns with gold yet. Did I actually enact that incantation? I don't remember if I did or if it's yet to be recited. Don't know. Okay, 3 to go. I'm going to go ahead and grab the double heart now, because I'm here. Okay, these tombstones, these are places that kind of shoot out random howitzer style energy blasts, but also they continually spawn and respawn those zombies, those shufflers. So it's good to clear them out early. Sure, a lot of these. It may have increased the number of enemies in the city, I don't know. They being the developers since the pre-release. Okay, Shamblers, that's what these are called. With the gates of the underworld thrown wide, and the lord and master of the realm deposed, the dead upon the surface have nowhere to go. Thus most remain right where they fall, but others are more restless, and have will enough to clamber to their feet. God, what a hellscape this must be right now. Pure dystopian stuff, the surface. Just no one dying. Just getting right back up. Yikes. Okay, so full 50 health here. Lovely. And let's exit. No side chambers. So, 2 more to do. Gonna have to get 1 Hephaestus, of course. I've forgotten what my other choice. Magic.
The bow
Okay.
has lost some of its strength.
Ugh. I'm tempted to get, honestly, to get the magic. But no, let's get boons. I'm not wildly a fan of Apollo or Hephaestus. But, so it goes. Oh, he disappeared. Oh, but he still took damage. I guess he reappeared in time. Broke the pylon, didn't mean to. The more rooms you explore, the further you go, the more enemies there are, the more successive waves of enemies, I should say. So it's usually a better idea to avoid busting the pylons and releasing the shades until later in the encounter, if you're having trouble with things, because it's easier early on. Okay.
My word, you reached the surface, didn't you, Sunshine? I thought your birthright meant you couldn't live up here.
Alright, let's grab this. This attack has a chance to hit twice. Plus 8%. Why not? That'll kick in a few times.
Not moonlight, that's for sure.
Don't love the suite of boons I've gotten so far. No side chambers here. Just barrels and whatnot. Alright, we'll choose one of the Hephaestus boons, one of Hephaestus rooms. Let's do this one. There's the pylon. Okay, Eidolon, okay. Or Eidolon, that's how she pronounced it. Okay, sure. Little weird monster-like things that wind up like a baseball pitcher and throw eyeballs and things at you. I think it's eyeballs. That then become new tiny enemies. See that mote of energy? Huh. Okay. That one did not become an enemy. Huh. Am I thinking of an upgraded version of them, or perhaps they removed that part of it, or perhaps I don't know. Anyway, so they toss baseball style these. You can see them winding up like a pitcher. It's kind of funny. Where are my shells? There. Go. Yeah, pylon. Boom.
My chaos boon just changed.
Okay, so my boon changed, the random one granted me by the keepsake, and now it is plus 40% to any and all gold I find. Okay, would have been nice to have first, but given that that's the one that will persist through into the next region, that will be permanently in effect. Not bad.
What are you doing on this side? Did you lose your way? Thought you had business on the underworld, not here. Mayhap I'm just a bit out of the loop, is all. You need this stuff or not?
He sounds drunk. He's kind of the black sheep of the family, shunned and ignored due to his disfigurement. So he's got this kind of stoic attitude, but kind of vulnerable as well. Okay, so here's a magic regen one, but as I've said in earlier videos, it requires you to be hit. Priming, I kind of like this one, but I don't have a lot of it. This one's interesting, okay? The more magic you get, the more life you get from it. I think I'm going to get this one, though. Free 10 points of damage absorption per room. Okay. Okay.
I am your guide.
And, alright, so Phrynos makes these resources
Calm that shade down, Phrynos.
more likely, and
Phrynos.
check it out. I don't have to do the minigame. Phrynos automatically guarantees success. So, a bit of time and hassle saved. Thank you, Phrynos. No side chambers, so that should be the last one.
Nowhere to go but out.
Okay, so now as you see, I cannot, everything's roped off. I cannot enter any others, even if I wanted to. We'll go ahead and drink from the pool. I think, in fact, it's required. There's no visual cue, but why not? Okay, and forward to
Farewell, Ephyra.
Charon's shop. Alright, let's get this moss.
Moss.
I suppose I didn't open up the gold urns yet because I'm not seeing any at all. Plenty of urns here, and some shop, and we can talk to Charon.
You've come to aid me even here, Lord Charon. Though I imagine not even you can travel much farther where I'm headed. I won't forget your generosity.
Okay. Of the 3 items here, I'm tempted to get this as well, but I'm definitely... No, I can't, in fact, because I'm definitely gonna get this one.
Your boatman there appreciates that the smooth sailing he's experienced in his mercantile routes is no coincidence at all.
Okay. There's the Sea Star. Alright, later than I would like, but I'll go ahead and claim that now. Alright, on to this. The boss, you see the boss indication here. A bit of puffy white substance here. What's it gonna be?
Farewell, Lord Charon.
You frighten my sheep. That's a real no-no in this town.
Cyclopean Shepherd.
I apologize for my transgression, Cyclops. What do I owe you for the inconvenience? I can pay.
Oh, you'll pay. The punishment's getting eaten alive by me. Sorry, I don't make the rules.
Got a weird little headband up there, picking his teeth with a shepherd's crook. Okay, we still don't know who this is.
That seems unusually strict. There's no use following a senseless code of law.
Only kidding. I do make the rules. And I get real tired only eating sheep.
So we have to fight a Cyclops. We don't know who this is yet, so I won't say any more at the moment. Okay.
Then you'll eat dust.
So he jumps around and sends out these shockwaves, stomps forward and sends shockwaves that way. So a lot of kind of area stuff you got to be aware of. He can jump multiple times and send those shockwaves out. I'm not going to show you because I don't want to, but so you see he's listening for you. So this Cyclops cannot see so well. If you get too close and linger, he'll actually pick you up and start chowing down on you, which isn't fun. So don't do that.
Time for seconds.
You can see he's listening for me. Oh, shit. That was a waste. Oh, okay. I got confused. I thought I had no shells. Okay, so he brings some friends into the battle, and they toss even more environmental hazards around, so lots to manage. Yeah, I used my special. I'm not hiding at all. I tend to ignore the shamblers while they're out there. I'll take care of the more dangerous pads, but don't really care about them. So he tried to grab me and started chowing down on me. Say that. But I moved away in time.
You're making me upset. Let's shake things up.
The reason I'm laying down, just in case we've forgotten, the reason I'm laying down the cast circle, even though I don't have any damage coming from that, is because it increases by 20% the damage of anything done in it because of that Arcana card I've got. Got hit a little there, but it was just soaked up. Oh, that one was not. By the armor from Hephaestus. Got a lot of hit points. Oh, that's one thing. Yeah. I think his name popped up
Stay
there
down.
briefly at the end, but we'll talk about who that is and the mythological significance a little bit later. So now the reward from this battle is
Some wool.
some wool, which there's at least one thing for which I need this as a reagent. Let's examine it. Mostly used with incantations involving coarseness and touch. That's appropriate. A soft, somewhat itchy textile fiber shorn from certain types of beasts. Cool. And he's down. He's asleep, not dead. And if I kind of hit him,
Tickles.
he talks in his sleep. Kind of feel bad hitting him when he's down. So no more of that. Okay, nothing else going on here. Let us proceed. That is Ephyra down. Okay, so we see.
Must be where Polyphemus lives. Ugh.
Okay, so this is Polyphemus. All right, she just told us that's the name of the Cyclops. I'll still wait till next time to talk about it because we've already gotten past him. Polyphemus. Oh, okay. I guess I do have gold urns activated. 3 of them right there, each worth 15,
Coinage.
plus the bonus that I got from Chaos's boon. Okay, so drink from this to heal up. Choose a new keepsake, and as I said before, I'm gonna run with this one to get some Path of Stars goodness. And yeah, I've got a nice little stone oven here, a lot of sheep, slaughterhouse. You can see lots of humans here too. That's unfortunate. Okay, on to the ducks. You can see Phrynos, the familiar, got a little game piece for Phrynos following me on this map.
A harbor.
Okay, a harbor. The Rift of Thessaly. Okay.
Warships risen from the depths. All headed for Olympus.
Ghostly ships, glowing green, kind of Pirates of the Caribbean style, I guess. Across this rift, we heard earlier in the game, in one of the earlier videos, that Kronos opened up some sort of sea rift across the land to reach Olympus. So instead of marching armies over, he's sailing ships and navies over. Oops, wrong button. Okay. So that's what lies before us. We're going to do some ship fighting.
A scuttled ship.
Oh, I'm going to do a little fishing first.
All right, fish. Got you. It's a shrimp.
Not a great catch again. What's this cat? Now let's examine the fish. Okay, a shrimp. Common placid denizen that masses near shipwrecks. Untold numbers of these flowed from the sea into the rift, where they are rather stuck. I didn't know you could catch a shrimp by fishing. And who's this little cat hanging out?
Oh?
Right. Let's chat with the cat.
Are you lost, little one?
Oh, okay.
Ran off.
Just like the bird that we saw in Erebus. I'm thinking maybe a future familiar? Not just yet.
It's got a spectral gate.
Okay, a spectral gate, kind of ghostly, that teleports onto a ship. One of the ships sailing for Olympus.
Take me away.
Okay, new enemies. Very confined space here.
This must have been the closest ship. I'll
These
take it.
These enemies slam their anchors down and create an area of effect that does damage to you. It's kind of nasty. I don't like them. By the way, you don't have, I forgot to say, for this weapon, you don't have to wait for them to come back to you, the skulls. If you move far enough away, you don't have to wait. It just hurries up and sends them to you. So for larger maps, you can take advantage of that.
That strange wheel.
Strange wheel. Okay, what's this lying around here?
Some driftwood.
Cool. Driftwood. Mostly used with incantations involving stability and buoyancy. If only these shattered splinters could tell the tale of how they came to dwell in the sea. If only. So here we've got a choice. The wheel. Do we want to sail port side, port direction, left to get Path of Stars, or towards starboard in order to get a heart? We can't move forward. There's a spectral gate here, but you can't jump forward to a new ship yet until you steer a little bit. So basically, you have to ship hop from ship to ship to ship, steer close to other ships. You can see the sea going by here. And then that's how you make your way through this level. So let's definitely jump for the Path of Stars. That's why I've got this keepsake after all.
Bearing set.
And then new enemies come. These are little spear throwers, or harpoon throwers, I suppose. Not that hard, but they can be annoying. They can kind of take you by surprise. They also jump around a bit. There's harpoons, they can travel faster than they look, especially immediately after being thrown. Traitor, that's an interesting accusation. That's referencing the fact that all of these are undead enemies. They should be in the underworld, duly pointed there by Hades. They've chosen to defy Hades and take advantage, or to just follow Kronos. These are in Kronos' employ. So that's the reference to traitors. They are fighting for Kronos. It's a little tone deaf by Melinoë, I gotta say. I mean, these have been condemned to the depths of hell. Probably bad places of hell. Why would they want to stay there? Why not take the opportunity? So, you know.
Empty.
Oops, inside the radius there. Whew, rather a lot of enemies here.
Choose your path.
Okay, so full 8 here. We've already run through the basic options, but the blue and the purple ones can change. So this one, okay, the move and strike faster is situated here. This is one we didn't see last time, accumulation. During your hex, you gain plus 1% damage per foe slain, and that bonus persists until you use the hex again. This is a good one to use if you don't expect to be using the hex multiple times, like if you're not regenerating mana, for example, the way I'm not. Death Defiance recharges it, yuck. Everything's 75% slower, good. Okay, plus 10 crit, okay. Kind of a bummer. The blue I want is down here, but the purple I prefer is up here. Alright, let's go up. Let's do minus 2% per encounter. Hex starts charge. Let's jump down and grab this. Moving and striking faster is always good, plus duration along the way. I'm just going to avoid this. I'm not a fan of that. Let's get more duration. And then less damage, more duration, and then we reach the purple. Okay, a better hex, 75% slower rather than 50.
One with Selene. Need to get off this ship.
However, I really need some magic regeneration. I'm not going to be using this hex very often without that. So need to start prioritizing that. I just really did not like Hephaestus, the one I had opportunity to get before. Okay, new spectral gate means jump forward to a new ship. Okay. Shamblers at the wheel. That one you can ignore, the one standing in front of the wheel. It just stands there, waits. Got some elite spear chuckers here. Or harpoon, I guess, again. These are the elite ones, the armored ones. They throw 3 spears out, or rather one that splits into 3.
Next bearing.
Okay, so now I can steer toward double bones or nectar. Let's get nectar. I thought I saw something. Yes. This is a shade. I can use Phrenos to compel. Let's do it right now.
Phrenos, do your thing.
Boom.
Thanks, little one.
40. 40 psyche out of that. Nice. Let's go toward nectar.
Boozers.
Those are called boozers. Okay, these are basically the shades, zombies of pirates, wielding cutlasses and bouncing around inside barrels. From barrels of rum, you would assume. Okay, let's use it now. Alright, this is going to be super good now. They lunge forward with that big cutlass strike in predictable ways, but more rapid than it seems. So watch out. More rapidly, I should say. Oh gosh, that was close. Okay, there's our reward. Okay, gotta steer again. Hermes or Hestia? That's tough. I'm gonna get Hestia because I'm worried. I don't yet have a sprint or a cast boon, and Hermes won't give me either one of those directly. He'll give me ones that can buff or have those or have other effects. So I'm a little atypical, but I'm gonna go for Hestia this time. Blaskets. Those are these little serpent creatures, I guess. They rear up and spit energy at you. Oh, that one caught me. Still got a little bit of armor left. Remember, I've got Hephaestus' boon. It gives me, oh, well, I had armor left. It gives me plus 10 free armor each and every location, so it resets. I know I'm being rather wasteful with the shells. I don't need to spend all 4 every time, but damn it. But it's fun. Yeah.
In the name of Hades.
Oh, here's some stuff. Okay. I could replace my attack with a Scorch, get a sprint that I'm looking for, but this, okay. Attacks and specials gain power the more they have the infusion. A +2 per fire. Very tempted, but I think I want a sprint boon of some sort, and this one happens to be epic, so bonus. Let's leave some fire trail behind us. Yeah. Okay, oh, Charon's shop. On a boat, I guess. A ship, I should say.
The Black Flagship.
Black Flagship. Okay. This is a grandly appointed ship. Look at the skull, lanterns, candles everywhere. Lots of goods. These look like onions. Very nice.
Hail, boatman.
Okay, let's purchase another one from Hephaestus, from Poseidon.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Okay. Gonna do this. I dislike his cast. I just do. Not using specials that much. And this one, okay, all of that splash I'm doing for my attacks is now going to inflict froth, which is a curse. So that is one of the 2 curses I would need to keep up on enemies in order to take advantage of that Arcana card. Rather late coming to that, but yeah, let's try it out. And of course, froth does its own good all by itself.
A wave of power.
All right, not at the boss yet. Let's save our remaining coin. So Phrynos jumped on him and did a little damage, and that annoyed him. On to the next ship.
Anchors.
Get the shells to come back to me by moving far away. Oh, not far enough away, apparently. There we go. Alright. No direct reward. Rather, we just get to choose our course, but there's something to dig up on a ship.
Mandrake seeds.
Interesting. I think a little health restoration came up too. Mandrake seeds. In 19 wiles grow into writhing roots. Deceptively tasty as well as deadly to birds and insects, but to the witch, much more. Okay. Cool. So we're going to steer toward Ash. Okay, these are floating cutlasses. Kind of unpredictable. I mean, they have their pattern, of course, but seemingly more random in movements than other things. They can disappear and teleport close to you, which makes them dangerous in that way. But ultimately, they're just big melee weapons. Yeah.
Mine.
All right. Next ship. Hephaestus or Poseidon? Tempted to go for Hephaestus to try to pick up another curse to lay on enemies and use to take advantage of that Arcana card, but no, I just dislike him. Not him. I dislike his boons. Nothing against the fella. Okay, so that was an elite, or is an armored anchor person, and much larger. Oh, one second. Okay, well, hello again, folks. Sorry I had to step away for about 45 minutes, family stuff, and the game pause turned into stop recording, so I've had to start a new video. I don't know if I'll splice this together and create one video from the two of them, or split it up into two actual videos. So however it is you're seeing this, welcome back. We're in the middle of this run, middle of this battle, in fact. It's never easy to jump away right in the middle of a battle, so let's jump right back in, see where we are. Okay, right. Easy enough.
Need shells.
I think I will try to attach these together as one file, stitch them together, but I'm new at this whole video audio editing stuff, so we'll see if it works out.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Okay. Well, this would have been one of the really nice ones to find early, of course. All right, this is one that helps with magic regeneration. It's a little confusing and counterintuitive. Every time you use an Omega move, for 4 seconds thereafter, you briefly restore the magic that you use. Not back up to your maximum, but back up to what you had before you used that Omega move. And it's repeatable every 8 seconds. So it's not my favorite of these, but you don't really have to do anything to execute them. So execute it. So let's do it.
The tides come in.
Okay, Hephaestus or Heart. Let's do Heart. And now, hopefully, let's do Hephaestus. And now, hopefully, we've got some magic regen going on. Not for this room, necessarily, because I've only got 16. You'll see what I mean. Uses up to 10, and then I'm getting the mana right back, the magic right back, but only back up to 16. And it has a cooldown of those 8 seconds. So once the flood of regeneration stops, any magic you use before the cooldown is done is lost to you for good. So it's not a great one. Really not a fan of it, but it's better than none. And we could always try to swap it out in the future if we get the opportunity. All right. Just get my shells back if I can force them. There we go.
A boon.
Yeah. Hephaestus. Let's not make it a terrible one.
In the name of Hades.
Okay. Oy. Not a fan of any of these, really. Don't like his cast, period. 7 seconds is not a tiny amount of time, but not a lot of time to have some temporary armor. And yeah, let's do this. I guess now I'll be doing extra damage to armor, at least.
Exit gateway activated.
Won't help my the damage I do against non-armored foes, but still something. Next ship. So because I want to keep my magic below 100, I do need to use at least one of the Omega attacks while that magic regeneration boot is on cooldown. Because I don't want it to regenerate back up to 100%. You can tell how it's doing right here. This is the cooldown. You kind of have to keep track of multiple things. When that's back up, you will start regenerating again. This one is just, he doesn't do much at all.
In we go.
Some more driftwood. Okay, looks like we've got double ash or nectar. How much nectar do I have? Anyway, just one. All right, let's get a second one and we can offer it to an Olympian. Okay. Haven't seen that sea star pop up for me yet with duplicating boon rewards, or room rewards. Okay, Hephaestus' shop, Charon's shop again, and then it will be the boss.
Solid ground ahead.
So, okay. Let's drop some coin here. Definitely pick up a Hestia boon.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Specials. Okay. Boy. Not happy with the way things are going here. I guess I'll get this one. I mean, no, actually, I take that back. Let's go ahead and get this. Special can inflict Scorch, even though I'm not using it a lot. Applying Scorch and then applying Poseidon's Froth effect will give me the 2 curses I need that will trigger that Arcana card. So actually, this is quite good.
Fired up.
I just need to remember to use them both.
Now, distant shores upon which proudly rests the mountain of the gods have suddenly grown near, and the black flagship is prepared to send the princess there.
Okay, so we've made it across the Rift of Thessaly
The coast is dead ahead.
to the base of Mount Olympus. There will just be someone waiting for us first. Let's go ahead and get some ash to take back home.
More ashes.
And right, who's it going to be? Golden apple looks like the reward. Oh.
You're here. Hey, sailor. What a coincidence running into you like this so far away from home. Where are you headed? Maybe I could give you a lift.
So, here is Eris again, but in a more substantial capacity.
You know perfectly well where I'm headed. And I can get there on my own, thanks.
You sure about that? Because it looks like you've been having a pretty rough night so far. And it's only going to get worse.
Really? I'm okay. I mean, I'm not in great shape boon-wise, but alright.
I don't care for your insinuations here, Eris. Speak plain or get out of my way.
Oh, I'll speak plain. You're boring, I don't like you, and you don't get to order me around.
Alright, we have to fight Eris now, which is fitting given all the trouble she gave us earlier. Don't mind this at all. She's wielding Exogryph, the gun, one of the infernal arms that Zagreus wielded in the first game. And she's tricky. Let's try to talk you through it a bit. So she has ranged attacks. These bombs that she'll rain down, that you have plenty of time to get out of the way of course. More dangerous is her little machine gun attack. And the fact that she jumps up in the air and flies around a lot, and she does it with, so this is, yeah, so that's, she aims, you can get out of the way, and it's got a limited range on that one. That one, she charges ahead with kind of a, an attack that spreads. Okay. And now she summons some foes. Usually of the winged variety, but not always. And every now and then she becomes immune. and she uses a particular function of the weapon, which is to launch a massive strike on herself. And if she's standing within the effect, she gets more powerful. So she basically gains 100% damage. After that, she'll do that twice total, I believe. So you can use this to get out of the way of some of her sniper shots. That's a kind of a shotgun strike. I think that's the one that gives me the most trouble. Like, you don't have a lot of time to react to it. It's got decent range, and she pops them off quickly. You'll probably see her do it at least once more. There it is. If you get behind her, it's fine. But as you can see, I made a mistake and got struck by one of them. Alright, here comes her second big power-up boon. Another plus 100% damage. And she becomes faster and sticks around for longer. She'll flit around, lands, and then take off again much more rapidly. I'm gonna dodge behind that. Oh, clumsy. She talks to the moon because when I use a hex, she'll complain. Stay out of this, moon. Use her bombs. She rains down from above. That was nice. See how rapidly she's jumping around here. Oh my goodness, folks! Here's one more time. She's empowering herself. I totally forgot about what I just said earlier with the previous boon. I need to lay down curses. Okay, I'm gonna try and show you. If I have two curses, well, this is not the right battle to experiment and show you things. So.
How could you be so cruel?
You started it.
Okay.
There it is.
Eris defeated. What I failed to do, what I forgot to do, was to use my special to apply the scorch curse, and then continue with my attacks to apply the froth curse. I just forgot to do it, plain and simple. So I'm still not really taking advantage of that Arcana card at all. But the reward for beating Eris is a golden apple.
Golden apple.
Okay, let's examine that. That is right here. Golden apple, mostly used with incantations involving beauty and fertility. Reward for vanquishing the guardian of the Rift of Thessaly. An exceedingly rare and decadent fruit, sometimes awarded to the fairest in the land. This is a reference to the beginning of the Trojan War, the entire war that Odysseus got caught up in. Eris was feeling, in the mythology, Eris was feeling bored, spiteful, so she left a note for the goddesses of Olympus saying that I believe it was the fairest one of them all could claim this golden apple. And three goddesses thought they should get it. I think it was Aphrodite, Athena, and Hera, I think. Maybe a stretch there. And they began quarreling. They began fighting. Mortals got drawn into it. And that was basically the origin of the entire Trojan War. So Eris is responsible for that via a golden apple. And that is the reward that we got. Okay, so back on land, and here you can see these are the snack wrappers of the snacks she likes to toss about, the rubbish she tosses about in the Crossroads. Kind of funny. We'll learn exactly what those are soon, I think. Oh, oops, I set that aflame with my feet. Okay, let's move on. All right.
Solid ground.
Third region awaits, Mount Olympus. Yeah, heal up at the well. Swap keepsakes again. Okay, so same thing, same choice that awaited us last time, except the evil eye is going to do us no good here at all. So two other things to choose from. I think we'll probably go with this or this. Well, no. Okay, okay. I've decided now for sure. I'm not going to win the big battle at the end. Even if I get there, I'm going to choose to lose again. So I don't need to worry so much about surviving that in terms of the boss. So I think I'm going to use this, the knuckle bones, which will help me against the boss of this region, who is not the big boss of the whole surface route. That guardian will lose 5% health, and I'll take less damage from it. So let's choose this one for now.
The bones.
This music here is quite lovely. It's a variation on the music used for Greece the above ground areas in the first game. It's kind of an expansion upon it. So all frozen and icy at the base of the mountain. Got some lovely statuary and things. Okay, proceed. Okay, climbing up. Here we are at Olympus. And see some trashed things here. Oop. So we got some satyrs under Kronos's in Kronos's army attacking and ignoring me. So we got to get through them. They're attacking Olympus. So the same beings that we faced down in the underworld, but wielding different weapons. These are kind of flamethrower satyrs. Pretty dangerous, actually. A lot of hit points. That one got me. Oops. So let's show you what I mean by that boon, by the Arcana card. I'm going to lay down special with the special weapon, boom. That should inflict Scorch on it, though I don't see it. Okay, and then if I use this, yep, then you briefly saw a little orange mark to the right. The thing is, these curses don't always last very long. The brief orange mark was the signal that the Arcana card is in effect. The enemy is under the influence of two curses. So watch for that as we go forward. It's usually of greatest use against bosses, not so much against regular foes. So Palm of Power or a Hammer, that's a clear choice. So these things shoot you up in the air, you come down, and you do a bunch of damage in the area in which you land. So this is an automaton, a defender of the mountain. Little other automatons here, but they're targeting me as well as the zombie, the Shambler invaders. Wonder why that is. So Olympus is guarded by mechanical defenders. Yeah.
Own defenses turned on me.
And these automatons are among the toughest normal enemies in the game. They have a range of abilities. That little whirlwind thing you saw, that. They also, it looks like they're exclusively doing that.
Automatons apparently are not my friends.
Yeah, they see me as an invader as well. They can shoot laser bolts at you. They can use a weird scythe effect. Those are dangerous enemies. Yeah. So I think this is the first hammer I've gotten for Reval, isn't it? This one I dislike tremendously. It fires all the shells at once in a big spread. No, it's the second hammer. Sorry, I got the one that improves the damage and the growth of the attack. That's right. Again, I had to step away for about 45 minutes. Attack fires a big shotgun shell spread. Not a huge fan. It's great if you can get up and close with a single boss, but then why have a ranged attack? This one, shells come back to you automatically and 100% faster. I don't particularly get much gain out of that. This one is great, plus 2 shells. Okay, instead of 4, I've got 6. Nice.
How's that for you, Revol?
You can see that down here. Alrighty. Let's check this out. Oops.
The Battle of Olympus hangs in the balance as the mountain's mechanical protectors and the Titan's forces continue to collide, shaking the heavens themselves.
Okay, so we've wandered into an ongoing siege.
All the world shivers.
Alright. I could actually stand to have a little more magic, but I think I'm going to go with the palm. This one is the platform that shoots you up and allows you to come down and do damage. This is just a regular old door.
Sappers.
Some of these have that little side effect, or they put out these orbiting, oh, how many shows? Oh, and there's the Gatling laser gun effect. I'm just trying to show you everything, so. Fortunately, once you hit them, they stop shooting, but you gotta hit them. Alright.
All right.
Yikes. Okay, this will increase the duration of that magic regeneration. More starting armor, or let's get this up, I guess.
Your attention?
Okay. Oh, a flower on Olympus is
An iris.
an iris. Oh, I've been using that name incorrectly. Guessing what previous flowers are. This is the iris. Mostly used with incantations involving wisdom and divination. Its iridescent colors shimmer with the hidden beauty of the mountain on which it grows. Great. So now it's good to start looking for for the urns that might have gold in them. You will not be alerted to their presence by the incantation that alerts you to other things. Coin or magic? Let's get coin.
Gold pipes.
Okay, new round of enemies. These shamblers are they are armored, and sometimes they lunge ahead twice. Can take you by surprise. You think you know what they're going to do. Yeah, see 1, 2. You gotta time things a little differently. These harpies come down and basically create. They lunge at you like that, but also can create whirlwind gusts, little zephyrs that damage you. Boy, no end to these, are there? Is there? I think because something's coming. Let's see if I'm right. Once I last long enough or kill enough of these. Huh? Help me. Okay, here's a new individual who just came down and annihilated anything as she landed. Let's get this. That's about time, thank you. Okay. Who is this now?
The noble princess of the dead at last. I am your cousin Athena, and proud to welcome you to Olympus. Yet I could be prouder, as this wasn't always such a miserable place.
Hail, Lady Athena, and well met. Please call me Melinoë. Now where can I direct my wrath? that we may liberate your mountain stronghold and see its glory all restored.
Well met indeed, Melinoë. The wretched Titan's armies have infiltrated our most sacred grounds. On them, your wrath may be well spent, especially as you rise toward the summit, where most of our family now takes refuge.
Okay, so the Olympians are kind of huddled up on the summit, although Athena comes out and wreaks some havoc when she can.
The Palace of Zeus. And what of you? Why aren't the others out here fighting by your side?
Because that is precisely what our strategy requires, for they aided your arrival, did they not? Now let us go our separate ways, and may my blessing aid in your ascent.
Okay, so we see Athena here, mighty. Look at her, amazing. That spear. She's got the Aegis shield, the Gorgon head placed on it, armed for battle. Athena was the goddess who first contacted us, being Zagreus, in the first game, the protagonist. First established contact. Here we see her rather late, only when we climb Olympus. And now she said, okay, so the other gods are up top, kind of sending me their power from afar, I guess, lending their aid in that way. She's taking a more direct intervention, defending the mountain martially. However, she still gives a boon, so it's a little, I guess she can do both. And let's check out the boon choices. Okay. This one, these are arrayed around defensive and reflection. That's her thing. Her defensive effects and deflecting enemies' ranged shots against them. Boons of Athena, however fraught the path to victory may be, she always finds the way. Okay. Casts also deal a burst of damage, no matter, in addition to whatever else they do, and momentarily make you deflect. Deflect makes you invulnerable. Anything that hits you, a ranged strike, gets sent right back to the enemy. That's a very, very nice effect. In the first game, I tried to get it whenever I could. This one, primes 150 magic. So forget about using magic, but you gain 1 free Death Defiance, and it replenishes in each location. Not going to get it, but that one's always tempting to me. In this one, whenever you use 90 magic, up to 3 foes are struck by spears from the heavens. Okay, not using a ton of, well, I am, but not as much as I would like to. All right, let's get this one. I am using magic fairly frequently. I haven't adjusted to the tempo of Poseidon's magic regeneration boon very well, but I am using magic fairly frequently, so I'm tempted to get one of these two. Let's go ahead and get this one.
The might and fury of Olympus be with you. Back into the fray.
Okay, so Athena has a chance, it's random, a chance of appearing on any given night on Olympus, and when she comes down, she annihilates everyone, but there are a ton of enemies that are spawned before she will arrive. So if you start to notice, like, oh my gosh, these don't end, wave after wave after wave, that could be a clue that that Athena is on her way, but you do have to survive long enough. All right, let's take a look at our first mini-boss on Olympus. Hate this thing.
A draken of that size, and serving Kronos too.
Big old sky drake. See how much health it has. Definitely need to start putting both effects on. I don't know why it's not popping up. I should be dealing. Oh, that's because maybe it's armor? No, I don't think so. This should be giving Scorch. This should be giving Froth, and yet I'm not getting the sign that both curses are active, and thus my Arcana card taking effect. I don't know why not. Could be a glitch, could be something I don't understand. Maybe Froth is a little bit different. It's not a direct curse, it's an immediate curse. Maybe it only has a chance of being applied. I don't know. Ouch. Okay, so I did that very poorly. I thought I was inside the cooldown period of the magic regeneration boon, but I was not. So all that magic I used was not being regenerated, and I'm stuck with 4. However, I've busted through its armor, so I'm gonna have a slightly easier time now.
Olympus is no place for such monstrosities.
I should have given Athena the nectar I had. Okay, well, let's give a nectar to Apollo, our first to him.
Cousin Apollo, I am grateful for all your warmth, benevolence, and aid. Please accept this gift.
An offering for me? What a delightful surprise. And I haven't had a lot of those of late. Know what? I've something for you too.
Yay.
Thank you for this, cousin.
Okay, a harmonic photon kind of combines his two spheres, harmonic from his being the god of music, and a photon being from his being the god of light. Cool. We also learned about Apollo. A guide in the guise of a beautiful youth. You are left to conclude that his genial manner toward you is, in fact, sincere. Conflict is not really in his nature, thus he is often out of his depth, despite how well he gets on anyway. Yes, he did not appear in the first game. Zagreus did not encounter Apollo at all. Or Hestia, for that matter. Okay, let's accept the boon.
Hear me, on my authority.
Alright, there's a... No, I don't like this cast, but it's a cast. Alright, let's get this. The cast inflicts daze, which is a curse, actually, and it lasts 9 seconds. And maybe this will help us with the elusive double curse effect that I should have been inflicting all along. This will help us with that, and it does damage at the end, and the daze effect is nice, gotta admit. 20% chance to deal no damage. Let's do it. Okay. Hephaestus, joy. This is going to be a leap up teleporter.
Raptors there.
So when you come down, you can choose. I'm moving the circle around, choosing where I come down, and it, yeah, I can land it right on top. I was hoping to land on top of both, but it was okay. So let's see. There's daze, and then okay. So you see the orange mark on the right of the hit bar. That foe is taking plus 25% damage. So is this one. Okay. So it must be something about the scorch that I'm not understanding, or ouch, that isn't working correctly. I don't know. Yeah. So anyway, now we can start using this more reliably. Oh, I forgot all about that. So you see, it's pretty sweet when you're standing right on top of the shells. You regain them instantly, and you just keep shooting one after the other.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Alright, saw this one before. Saw this one before. Nope. Alright, let's get this. It's going to give me bonus health. 20% of my magic limit is translated into extra health. So I got 19 health out of that, which will continue to improve as I gain more magic, if I gain more magic. Speaking of which, magic and health. Let's go ahead and get magic this time. Let's do it. Can't say if I can articulate why exactly, but I'm going to do it anyway. Ouch. Those rocket launchers hurt. Or rather, the rockets, I suppose, are what hurt. Phrynos would be helpful. I can hide behind him. Oh, didn't seem to work there. Alright, maybe Phrynos' hitbox is not that big. I don't know.
I can still fight.
Pretty wounded, but can still fight. So, Satyr Sappers now. Amongst those who relinquish their lives to the Titan Lord and have made his calls their own, no greater glory exists than to despoil the mountain of the gods firsthand. Breaching the formidable defenses of Mount Olympus is not easy, but there are satyrs of sufficient brawn and ferocity that stand ready to make the attempt again and again as required. So these are the sappers, I think the ones that throw the kind of satchel charges. And we also get to look at snow shamblers. There is no better way to ensure something or other gets done than by making it forbidden. The mountain of the gods is not for mortals, yet some always attempt to climb. It is perilous, of course, but now, with the Titan Lord exerting his influence, such fools have a new opportunity at hand. Great. Okay, 31 magic, some of which translates into health due to that boon. Coin or Hermes? Gonna go Hermes. Maybe these are the sappers, not the rocket launch control.
In the name of Hades.
Okay. Now, this would have been great early on. I had this choice early on. Alright, yeah, let's get the old reliable passive bonus, 0.5% dodge chance per boon I have, which at the moment is giving me 7.5% dodge chance. That's pretty nice. Alright, here we've got something new.
Adamant.
Adamant, a new kind of mineral. Alright. Don't see any coin here. But we are going to get a Path of Stars bonus. Let's do that. The little zephyrs as easy to create. That was rough. Okay, you can see the lavishly appointed rooms here. Throw chaise lounges, throw pillows, cushions, statues in the form of different Olympian deities. We'll be able to make use of those later, but not just yet. Okay. 3 more points. We're working on the bottom track now. No, working on the top track now. And we're... No, sorry, the bottom. But I wanted to jump in and get this one. So... Right. Okay. Right, don't care about that one. So we're going to go... Can I go down here, or do I have to go... Yeah, okay. So, better duration. I'll get this blue one, sure. And charging or damage? Thinking damage.
the grace of the moon.
Okay, magic. I've got a ton of gold, so let's visit a shop.
Quiet here, at least.
Yeah, is this?
Lord Charon.
Can it be?
Sort of.
Okay, yes, I have reached the boss already. All right, not Lord Charon. Look, look, cardboard or wooden rather cutout of Lord Charon. Amusing. Let's examine this.
A note says, "Hey, take what you need for gold. Honor system."
So there's no river up here. It's a mountain, so Charon can't go there. But there's one individual who addresses us as M, and that is Hermes. And Hermes and Charon are in pretty close cahoots. So basically, I guess Charon has outsourced some of his job up on Olympus to Hermes. And check out the void. We're way up high now, looking out into space. All right. I'll purchase Hephaestus boon. Why not?
Olympus, I accept this message.
Got a new card. All right. Alright, this we've seen, this we've seen. Okay, I'll get this. An infusion boon. Attack and special deal more damage, but from Hephaestus, it's for each earth element that I have, not the fire one that Hestia granted, or invited me to have. Plus 5% per earth boon. I've got 2, so as we see on the bottom right. So I'm doing now 10% damage more with attacks and specials. Okay. I'll get the heart, sure. I'm not going to spend it on this. Let's compel. Phrynos, do your thing.
That shade needs you, Phrynos.
Okay. Nice little psyche bonus. Let's examine.
The majestic summit of Mount Olympus would be very much in sight from here, were it not for the very dark and ominous storm wall that now envelops it.
All right. A storm wall enveloping the summit. Interesting.
A storm is brewing.
Alright, so it looks like a bird feather here, crossed with some flames or something. Let's see who the boss is.
Stop right there. Here comes the unexpected wrinkle in my master's plan. I know who you are, lost daughter of Hades, and I know that you know who I am. I had a premonition of this very moment.
Lord Prometheus, I presume. You must have premonitions all the time. I'd not heard you were liberated, or that Kronos is the master you serve. Solidarity between titans, then?
Call it a change of heart. I was a coward and a fool, you see, to have sided once with gods against my kind, but no more. This is my attempt at atonement.
What, by leading this reckless assault? I never took you for a coward, but you remain a fool.
Perhaps you're right, but I shall be a victorious fool at least. For I have seen you stand no chance at all.
Okay, this is Prometheus, another titan, the titan of foresight. In almost all the versions of Greek mythology, it was Prometheus who, sympathizing with mortal humans, to whom the gods had denied fire and the chance of technology, he stole the fire, I believe, from the sun and gifted it to humankind. So he provided humans with fire, and from then they were able to create tools and all sorts of things. So he hugely advanced hugely improved or increased their advancement. As punishment for this, Zeus took him, chained him to a mountain. I want to say Parnassus, but I have no idea why that's come to me, just a random name. And set an eagle, Itos, to tear out his liver and eat it every single day because it would regrow every single day, and this was his eternal torment, to be eaten partially alive by a massive eagle every single day. So you can see he's got that horrible scar down his chest, bandage around his waist, and he's got fire effects going on because he was responsible for gifting us with fire. But he's in Kronos' employ now, and you can well imagine how he'd be pretty bitter after eons spent tortured thus. You see Kronos' symbol on his waist scarf there, and the eagle is with him. So Itos, the eagle, is his ally in this battle. Okay, I guess they grew pretty close together. And Prometheus, as the Titan of Foresight, is supposed to know the future entirely. He knows what will happen. So which increases the bravery or tragedy of his plight. He knew what his punishment would be when he stole fire, gave it to mortals. He understood exactly what was coming. And in most versions of the mythology, therefore, Prometheus is a sympathetic figure. He's a good guy. We like him. He's suffering this horrible torture for all eternity because he wanted to help mortals. Not so much here. Here he's sided with Kronos. And we'll learn a little bit more about what's going on about that. All right, so we got the eagle's going to help him out here. It's a rather frenetic fight in the beginning. Don't know how much talking I'm going to be doing, but let's do it. Throws the eagle out first immediately, which tries to track you down, hurls itself at you. So eventually goes away, so I avoided it. Okay. Tosses out, advertises these massive fire effects. He also has this martial arts kind of roundhouse spin kick thing, plus a chance to dodge, a dramatic dodge effect, as you just saw. That's supposed to be linked to his foreknowledge of events. I'm just laying that curse on him now, or the two curses, and taking advantage of the Arcana card. So he also tosses this whirlwind of magic. This stays on the ground and harms you, which is unfortunate. My shells are trapped there. They were. He does that kick and sends a wave of energy. You can see I'm going to try and keep that effect up there on him. You'll see that there it is. A little growing symbol on the right indicates that the Arcana card is in effect. Got to be out of the way of that when it lands. Okay. Twice per battle he does this. Leaps to the side, indicates 3 paths where he'll send scorching fire. He told me there, and he tells you basically where you need to stand. Kind of need to concentrate when that happens. I can't talk a whole lot, but basically it previews where these massive flames are going to come. Either one, and there are 3 possible. Now he summons some more. 3 possible trails it can take. And at maximum 2 of them will be taken. So top, middle, or bottom. There's always a clear one that you can stand in to avoid it, but you have to keep track. Kind of like Simon says, you have to keep track of what's first, second, third, where the flames are going to come, and then you have to be able to move there in time. And there were 3 that time. The next time he uses it, there will be 5, so harder to keep track. I don't know how good you are, Simon says. That was decent, I guess. Not putting it on my CV or anything. Here's the second one. Okay, so I need to go middle, top, middle, top, middle. Easy. Middle, top, middle, top, middle. There you go. And then once he does it twice, that's it. And you're free to focus on the regular battle. There's very little new that's coming. Itos the Eagle appears once again, as you see. Just got to dodge it for a while, and then I think he'll summon another round of allies. I'm just standing there picking up the shells again and laying them down one after the other. That was actually really amusing. I don't think I've quite done that before. That was made possible by the hex, the slow time hex, which left him unable to react. Here comes the eagle again. Thing's really annoying. Okay.
I knew this would happen, yet I could not prevent it, do you see? I could only do my part.
So if I really tried to do the utmost for story, I would have lost to him. In fact, maybe I should have done that because it's a little in conflict. His first message is that he knows I will lose, but then he says he knew he would lose. So you're supposed to lose. You're not supposed to sweep through and win everything in the beginning. I got a little carried away. But in the future, there may be times when I lose legitimately to him, when playing with high fear levels, for example. Although I've never found this fight to be too difficult with any weapon. So we'll see what happens. But let's wrap it up. Okay, he knew it would happen, but he could not prevent it. He could only do his part.
Silence. Save your troubles for your master Kronos.
It's not my troubles that I mean to save. Agent of Change.
Addresses me, capital letters, as Agent of Change. Interesting.
You God. I hate you all.
He's gone.
Okay. And my reward for this, let's check the Codex first, or the Book of Shadows. Prometheus, a rebellious titan who once fought alongside the gods of Olympus, but later stole from them, all for the sake of mortal kind. And for that, he was punished in a manner now well known, which is why I went ahead and said it and told you. If truly he knows what shall come to pass, then he bears a terrible burden. Yet perhaps in the future he foresees he shall finally rid himself of it. I did neglect to mention that he fought against his own kind in the massive battle. What was that? The Titanomicon or something, Gigantic something. The massive battle in which the gods, led by Zeus, overthrew the Titans. He actually sided with the gods, but then betrayed them. So it makes his punishment all the worse, really. Okay. And from this we gain
A feather.
a feather. Let's examine it. Feather mostly used with incantations involving freedom and opportunity. No ordinary feather. This is the molting of an eagle that tasted the blood of a titan. So one of Aitos's feathers. Okay. Well now, let's go ahead. But again, I will purposely lose to the next boss because I do want to at least see some dialogues about that.
The summit's just ahead.
Okay, nice gold there. Restore here.
There.
Get some iris here. Keepsake. Okay.
Expanded my collection.
Here's a new one. The harmonic photon. Okay, that's from Apollo. Same thing as from Poseidon. You can rarefy his boons and attract a boon of his and rarefy it a common one once per night. So it doesn't really matter. I do want to survive to get to the boss, however, which is no mean feat. This is a very difficult level, but I don't want to beat the boss. So that would have been nice to have had earlier. So let's go ahead and use this. The Luckier Tooth. It gives me a free Death Defiance that will help me survive to reach the end here. So you can see that's down here. I now have a total of 3 Death Defiance. Okay.
This storm.
Okay. Summit.
What happened here?
Summit is a total and utter wreck. And look at all this weird crap around here. These writhing coils. Almost like they've penetrated into the architecture. Everything is a total shambles. A massive storm around. Okay, here's our vantage point. This is a cool effect.
Out there, is that... Something's inside those clouds. Oh, gods.
Whoa. Look at that. What was that thing? Flying in wait above us. Okay. Yikes. I remember when I first encountered this, I was really excited, and it still feel a bit of a shiver. Cool. Nice little gongs and bells in the background of music. Here's one of the urns that has coin in it. Massive gates. Let's go through. This is a mess. Alright, lots of weird enemies burrowing under the ground. These are eggs around here that if you pop them, they do damage. And at some point, something's going to come down and hurt me. These are little... kind of hard to narrate at this point, this moment. So that thing's underground. You can't hurt it yet until it surfaces. Those things are just kind of floating eyeballs or whatever. Okay.
No shells.
Something's not happening that used to happen. Maybe because I haven't yet beaten the boss once. Maybe it starts happening after I beat the boss. There's a massive hazard that comes down and hurts you in this room. I guess it's not happening yet. Maybe they changed it so it doesn't happen at all. I don't know. Whew. Bunch of nasties there. No reward. More nasty coils and things around. And no reward next time either. It's just a straight arrow moving ahead.
What are these things?
Yeah, of course. This is a new one. There's the... Okay. There's the hazard. That thing that just slammed down, created a big burst. Didn't get a good look at it. It was slightly off camera. So these eyeball things just kind of whirl around and shoot other things at you. Greater dangers are these things that pop up and slice you up. If you attract them, if you stand, they'll jump up from the ground once they're close enough to you, but you still have time to get out of the way. So you can't hurt them while they're under the ground. So you want to attract them to you, get them to burst up, and then dodge out.
What was that?
Earth rumbling, shaking all around. What is going on? Here we've got either a Path of Stars with a mini boss, or Hephaestus. Let's do the Path of Stars, the mini boss. Okay. Okay, massive creature here that does a ton of melee damage, but you actually want to keep it within melee range because it does that range thing. If it gets too far away, it's fast. You got to stay behind it. Yep. Okay. It charges at you. Just gonna unload on it here. Oh, I think they've made that a little easier. That used to be extremely hard to get out of the way of, which is why I said you want to stay within melee range. Ouch. Yeah, they've given you more time to get out of the way of that. Interesting. This charge is nasty. You do not want that to land. Oh, but you have to have room to move away from it, as I did not. That's a ton of damage. Okay. Perhaps I'm eating my words a bit. Okay, there's a Death Defiance gone. No. Oh, that was sloppy.
All these monstrosities. Oh no.
She's beginning to realize whom we might be facing up there. Okay, that was a nasty, nasty one. Lost to Death Defiance. But get this. 5 more points. Okay. Duration, less damage, better crits during the hex, and we got 2 more. Again, alright, I'll go ahead and grab this now because I'm starting to lose some Death Defiance. And charging, less damage. Let's get less damage, okay.
With Seleni's grace.
Whew, okay.
It is decided.
Moving on. Almost dead again. Okay, there's a lesser version of that same exact thing we just faced. Yuck. Oh, there's another big hazard that came down. I think we avoided it? Oh, didn't avoid that.
You shouldn't have crossed me.
Okay, thank goodness for Hephaestus's armor, as it turns out. Okay, forward again. Here's another mini version. Oh boy, that was a whole lot of misses. These you don't want to walk over. I think they'll blow up.
Go show that shade the way. Well done.
Alright. Whew, okay, so one more to get another mini-boss, the second mini-boss before the end. Okay, we've got... let's get this. I really dislike Hephaestus, I guess. And oh my goodness. Get this almost at the summit. You can see we're kind of at the top ground here. There's going to be some background noise coming up soon, folks. My young son is coming back in a few minutes, and he's bringing a playmate with him, so there's bound to be some background noise. But we're near the end, so hopefully we'll get there. Oh no! Oh, what is this? A tail. This is the massive thing that we saw in the storm clouds. So it chases you around. It's got a couple of attacks here. It's winding up a big, massive strike, but it's facing one direction only. You want to stay out of the way. This is 2 waves, one going out, one coming in, one coming out. You have to get out of the way of both or dash through them. Okay, then it summons a bunch of eggs up here. And they explode when coming in and going out. Alright. Oops. Oh boy, I didn't think it worked out. It's gearing up here. Didn't really take advantage of that. Monster repelled. So the tail of something massive.
That monster, that was Typhon.
Typhon. Alright, let's wait to talk about Typhon after we encounter it. Okay, 3 palms, it doesn't matter because Typhon awaits us next, so it doesn't matter what I buff up. Sure, this one.
Greater might.
Oh, thanks. Don't mind if I do. Okay. So we got another shop of Charon, or rather something similar.
Hermes, you're here.
You made it all the way up here. That's great. Except what isn't great is Typhon. You've run into him already, probably. A mountain-sized monstrosity and all his brood?
Mountain-sized monster.
This storm, this infestation. All of this is Typhon's doing then. How did he get here? How do we stop him?
No easy answers for you, except Gramps brought this on us, all part of his plan. The others can hold fast a while in Pop's palace, but they need your help. I better report to Heck.
Okay, so Gramps, who's Kronos, of course, brought Typhon in on this.
Be safe.
You too.
Okay, here's something fun to show. First, I'm going to get one of these cards to bring back home. I don't care about the other stuff. I'm not trying to win the next battle. So, a card. Then I'll show you this. This is an anvil. Anvil, I can't remember what it's actually called. But you lose 1 random hammer boon of the 2 that you have, hammer upgrade, and you get 2 others to replace it, also random. So if you just, this can be really nice if you just got stuck with bad hammer upgrades, they don't fit your playstyle, or if you just feeling lucky, you can remove 1 and get 2 in their place. So let's check this out. Let's place. Oh, so prophecy foretold. Let's see what I got. I gave up the one that was helping my attack, that was making it grow in time and do more damage, and instead I got this one. Specials have plus 30 power and minus 30% damage while using it, and and the one I hate. Great. I hope this counts as having gotten them for the purposes of the fated list. I really hope, because I can't stand this one. Here's what it does. Boom. Oh, all right. They improved it a little bit. Okay, but still, 1 wide blast. Don't love it. Alright, let's spend as much gold as I can, because that's how I'm going to keep getting more cards. So this is a random boon from someone.
At your service. Hestia has joined us here, cousin. Returned from all her journeys across the world to lend her wisdom in our time of need. Where glows her hearth flame, you shall also find my light. And together we can... Oh,
shut it, golden boy. We don't have time for pageantry. Instead, how about we show your wee cousin there how we can light up the night? Won't do for her to wander in the dark.
She didn't have time for that nonsense. Alright, so they're duo boon. Okay, oh, 1 second, please. Here we are again, folks. Sorry about that. Had to answer the door. As I said, got some family here now. Try to wrap this up. Of these 3, I'm going to choose this one because it's the one I have not yet gotten. I need to check it off the list. So it is their duo boon, in fact, Hestia and Apollo. Whenever you dodge, or whenever I dodge, or my daze effect causes a foe to miss, I restore 10 health points. That's pretty nice. And it checks it off the list. So let's grab it.
I grow strong.
Okay, and then we'll go up to meet Typhon. Alright, let's check out what this is. Oh lord. Oh boy. Oh my goodness.
The father of all monsters.
Yep. Father of all monsters. Actually, this attack isn't so bad. It isn't so bad for something like Typhon, because I'm right up in its face. Where is Zeus? So this is the father of all monsters. I don't get to see his life force.
It's just another foe.
So you don't know how close you are to beating him. Sweeps his tongue across like that. Easily dodged. Slams his chin down. Fairly easily dodged. Comes the tongue again. Just got to dash through it. Okay, drops these, throws these eggs out. Okay.
He's gone into the storm.
Okay, he's gone into the storm and retreats, and then you can't hurt him anymore, but he brings out these eggs, okay, that will hatch into these big monsters. Okay, and then he comes back after a little while. Really don't like this hammer boon against anything other than a massively sized boss. Gets it adds or nothing. So I'm trying to get to a certain point, folks, not to win. To get to a certain point to show you something cool. Okay, throws out whirlwinds, which is appropriate. Typhon is linked etymologically to typhoon for storms, so he makes these little winds and storms. Come on. He's got a ton of health, as you can see. Still trying to get to this specific part. Here we go.
Everyone lend me your strength.
Alright.
Now, young lady, finish this.
So he stuns. All the gods join their strength together, and stun him for a little while. He's down. You get to do free damage. Then he gets back up, does more damage. So I'm gonna allow myself to die now. So I'm just gonna. Yep. Okay. Forgive all the barnyard animals.
Are not so proud as they once were.
If you can hear them. Wow, Typhon.
Get out of my head.
Okay, I'm going to cut this video off right here. Normally I like to do the rounds in the Crossroads to debrief, but things are getting busy here. I don't want to re-record this entire thing and have wasted everything. I will at least talk a little bit about Typhon, the father of all monsters. I've always heard of him described more as a dragon. This is an eternal enemy that Zeus did epic battle with back in the dawn of time, buried him under the earth after defeating him. Typhon is linked to dragon in many of the ancient references in literature and art. In fact, I've nearly done a book right now called The Dragon in the West by Professor Dan Ogden. Very interesting. That's looking at the iconography and the literature and liturgical and hagiographical and everything references to dragons, charted all through history. It's really pretty cool. And that Typhon is a serious dragon entity with the Greek words used for that, not for a generic monster. Here, as you saw, he looked more like a monster. Not so much a dragon, but he is the father of all monsters regardless, dropping that's where all the coils and writhing bits of monster that we saw ascending the summit, they are parts of his body that he's kind of sinking into, or parts of his progeny that he's dropped left and right. That is the massive foe on Olympus, whom Kronos has unleashed upon the mountain as part of his plan. Okay, we're going to cut this here. I'll start off next time with the conversations here, and then we'll take another run. But thank you very much for watching, and I do apologize for the two different videos stitched together and for the background noise that's been here in the last few minutes. Please like, please subscribe, please share, all that good stuff, and we'll get back at it next time. See you later. Be well.